We ready?
4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go! I love country because it's real.
It's just my lifestyle.
It's who I am.
That's what country is.
It's about family. It's about America.
It's Britt on the road.
From the Wrangler National Finals Rodeo.
Let me show you how a country girl gets it done, y'all.
You're on with Britt Bailey.
Yes, we are on, and we are on the road out of the studio, joined by a bunch of different rodeo athletes competing here at the national finals and some music artists that have been performing. And now we have Kylie Frey, who you have not only performed, but you're also going to be doing the national anthem tonight. In the past, you have been a regular on this NFR dirt back when you were a flag girl.
It is so funny. So we know each other from my flag girl days, which is wild. And I, like, growing up, I was a terrible barrel racer, right? And so I always knew I would sing on the dirt at the NFR, but I never thought that I would actually ride a horse in that arena, just because it wasn't the reality for me. And so I got to ride a horse in the Thomas and Mack before I ever got to sing in it, which is really cool. I almost got to sing the anthem one time. Our flag coordinator, she rearranged the whole set because Brooks and Dunn was running late, and if they were not going to make it, then I was going to sing the anthem that night. But they rolled in on 2 wheels, and 2 minutes before showtime they showed up. So, but I get to do it this year for sure.
That is awesome. Well, and the cool thing is of course, being on the backside at the Thomas and Mack when it was in Vegas, you know a little bit more about how that kind of goes. Do you feel like you're a little bit more prepared for that because of your flag girl time?
Not at all. No.
I'm glad you're on.
No, not at all. Especially since we're in a completely different location too. If it was at the Thomas and Mack, then I'd be like, okay, I know these hallways, and I've been back here more times than maybe I'd like to some nights. And so, but no, here it is a whole new ball game, and which is kind of cool, and it's fun. And maybe this year given a chance for someone like me to, have a dream come true. So this is my making lemonade out of lemons situation, I guess.
Well, it's really cool in the fact that you've grown up in rodeo. You've done all of this type of stuff.
Yes.
Yes. We need your cameraman to keep that camera down.
Right.
But it is really neat when you grow up in this, and the national finals is like the epitome, the Super Bowl of rodeo.
Yep, it sure is. Mm-hmm.
And so you are singing a lot, like your new album out and your songs out, very rodeo-esque.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah,
Tell
it's
me
like right what you know. And I sort of felt like I needed to tell that story of the way that I grew up, and my songs that came from that, before anything else. And so I'm so glad that I did, and it's gotten so much love. I had a Rolling Stone article come out this morning and that I'm really excited about. And I get to talk to people like you, and it's just fun. I'm really enjoying myself.
That's awesome. Well, and you are going to be performing at a bunch of different locations during the national finals. Go ahead.
Yep.
And I've got those. I don't know if you can see them or not, but I've got them up here on the screen. Talk a little bit about those, the locations you're going to be and who you're going to be opening for.
Yeah, so I will be obviously singing the anthem tonight, and then tomorrow I'll be with Aaron, which will be awesome. I love Aaron. I love his crowds, and we'll be at the Stampede Saloon, I think, in the Stockyards. Unfortunately, the Arlington Falls show was canceled, but I will be at War Bonnet, who they take care of my head everywhere I go. I love them because I hate fixing my hair. And so I'm going to go play for them on Saturday. And actually, I think I'm going to be doing something with the Cowboy Channel on Friday now. So,
awesome.
We just take them as they come.
Yeah. Well, and 2020 is kind of one of those things where we just roll, and everything seems to be fluid, especially with the NFR this year.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about your new song that you have out, your new single.
Okay, so I Do Thing. It was one of those songs. I wrote it with my friends, and so one of my friends had the idea, he had a title, and I loved it. I thought it was great, and it was brilliant. And I was like, well, we're just going to write this, and hopefully someone big cuts it, because I'm not ready to get married. Like, this couldn't be farther from me. But I do, as I always do, and I wrote as much of myself into the song as I possibly could. And then like a week later, I met a nice doctor, and it was like, okay, I understand why people do this. And so it was just one of those songs. I ended up like closing my show with it, with my band. And I don't know, it's just a special one, and it did have sort of taken off.
Very cool. Well, we are looking forward to spinning it here. And I know right now the background looks like Vegas, but you are at Cowboy Christmas. And I wasn't able to make it this morning because I've got to run to another location. But how much shopping do you plan on doing? Because there is so many shops there.
It's overwhelming. Yes, I know. I feel like we all like save up all year if you're in NFR. And so I am busy this week, but hopefully I can break away and do some shopping, because it is amazing. And of course,
like a walk by shopper?
2020 souvenir. What's that?
Right? Are you a walk by shopper? Like as you guys are going to be leaving, you'll be like, oh my gosh, there's the necklace.
Like, 2 seconds. Let me snag this. Yes, exactly. Yep. Mm-hmm. Dangerous.
So looking ahead to 2021, what are a couple of your goals that you have kind of planned?
That's a really great question. It's really interesting coming out of 2020 and looking into 21. And I think the game plan is the same. It's just to put out some more music. I'm going to put out another 6 songs in 21, and just keep building the brand and playing anywhere and everywhere that I can play, and just putting the work in and putting in the time, and let it take me to where I eventually want to go. So
that's awesome. That's awesome. Well, I thank you for coming on and being part of this adventure on the road with me.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's been great to catch up, and crazy to figure out that we knew each other.
I know. That's so wild. I love it.
Exactly. Well, hopefully we'll be able to catch up possibly this week. I'm hoping to catch one of your shows, so I look forward to it. And if nothing else, we'll bring you up to Iowa one of these times.
Please do. Please do. I love it.
Well, thank you again, and good luck tonight at the national anthem. I know you don't need it, but good luck.
Thank you. Good to see you, Britt.
You too.
That's what we do. That's what we love.
Love it.
That was another On the Road exclusive with Britt.
That's perfect. We'll take it.
Social butterfly.
I can't believe this thing went viral.
On 93.9 The Country Moose.